Okay.
Welcome back, Bernola Man.
Welcome back, everybody. I am. We are doing okay, right, Ryan?
Yeah,
Everything is just fine.
this is our first take.
Ryan's. This is our first take. Ryan broke his wrist off.
It's off.
It's just completely off. Or just everything is going real smooth today. No technical difficulties or hours of trying to get everything right. Just
They gave me some they prescribed me some codeine, but I didn't pick it up. So it's
tell my wife that she will try to
snatch
it from you.
Oh,
she's the worst about that. My mom had surgery on her foot, and she hates taking these, so she has a whole bunch of codeine. So that's my wife heard. It's like, bring some next time you're here.
Please.
Always. She's like, what is it? I've got Percocet too. No, bring the codeine.
And for those of y'all wondering what I'm doing, I have my necklace is tangled, and so I'm trying to untangle it with basically one hand. It's not so easy. But why don't you give us a recap?
Yeah, sure. Why don't I give us a recap? Last episode was an interesting one. It was the episode before this one.
Yeah.
And
the one after the one before it.
And exactly. Yeah. I'm glad you all are following along with me. And so last episode was great. It was really good. All I remember about it. Oh no, it was Paris. Okay. It took me a while there. I was like, I think the best way to describe last episode, personally for me, was excruciating. Getting through that nothing's ever good enough session was rough.
It was rough McGruff.
We went through Meowth, and I was not expecting this, but I think Meowth has the most Pokemon in his evolutionary form. He had so many. The Meowth Persian, the Alolan Meowth, Alolan Persian, the ones that came out of Sword and Shield, the scruffy ones, there's Gigantamax, there's... Anyways, it was rough. It was a lot.
There was some DeviantArt ones we had to go through.
Yeah, exactly. The ones with the big booties. Those were, better designed, but maybe inappropriate for kids. And we just kind of disagreed on almost everything, not just on the Meowth, but on the episode as well.
Oh, yeah.
The Paris episode was an interesting one, and I was just scratching my head here, and I was like, oh, my biceps are showing. I should
oh yeah.
I should flex.
Oh, yeah. You looking like those statues you got.
I can't have my viewers thinking I'm soft. SAWFT. Soft.
He's Weenie Hut Junior material.
Yeah. You're soft like what is it? You're soft like salsa. I'm hard like what is it? Oh man, did you ever see those guys? What is it? Enzo and Big Cass. I'm hot like salsa. You're soft like balsa.
What?
You heard of me, but you probably are. Anyways, so what happens is they go out.
Do you know what was it when John Cena used to rap?
Yeah.
Do you remember any of those?
Let me see if I can remember. It's word life. This is basic thugonomics. The basic thugonomics. Oh man, it's gonna kill me. If I could hear the first line, I think I could probably rap most of the song. It says, "New Dead Man's Inc. and we're about to make it famous. Taking over Earth and still kicking in Uranus."
Oh!
Alright, anyways. This is the last episode of Paris, was very reminiscent of the beginning of Ash's journey. A lot of the guys being lost in the wilderness and then running into some random person that lives in the wilderness, aka Bulbasaur's owner, aka Samurai, aka Seymour. I feel like, but wasn't, I don't know, is that a trend? I think at the beginning, just everyone lived in the wilderness.
Yeah. That's where all the weirdos are. That's where all they...
That's
just shunned from society. Just like lepers of old. Just...
Yeah. I still think Seymour might be one of my favorites.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he was great.
I have decided to live amongst the Clefairy.
Okay, Seymour. He's good for laughs. So they run into this.
It's the metronome.
I'm sad we don't have that episode anymore recorded.
That might have been our best episode ever.
Yeah, it was a very good one. It was too bad that we lost it. However, I do have to just remind everyone, in that episode, Coffee knocks out Onyx with a tackle.
It's true.
That was amazing. That was amazing. One of my favorite scenes so far in Pokemon, honestly. Like right up there with Pikachu defeating Raichu. So they run into this Paris trainer out in the wilderness, and she's just like, I really need this Paris to evolve, so I can use its mushrooms to save the entire world.
She was probably like super high on mushrooms when she made that claim too.
Yeah. I guess I forgot the part with the old lady where she's like, hey, I guess, you want to buy a sundial? And she's like, you want to buy this stuff that'll make hair grow on your tongue and nose?
Your tongue and nose?
Yeah. And then I think we went on a big rant about big furry tongues. Just check out our last episode. It's great television. Anyways, what happened was...
it's casual and interactive, funny, PC.
PCP.
Platinum. And relaxed.
Yeah, so she's like, I need this Paris to evolve, but this Paris really sucks, so can you guys just battle it but lose? Which is, that's pretty pathetic of her. Like, just train your Paris a little bit better instead of having to have, I don't know, like just try to find other Paris or something that are more pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
But no, she's like, can you use really strong Pokemon and make them lose? And so Ash sends out Squirtle, who puts a little stream over the Paris and knocks it out. And Pikachu does a little static shot.
I'm honestly surprised Ash was okay with that. Like, he's pretty, like, straight and narrow, like...
About trying hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of surprising.
He's very anal about his Pokemon.
Yeah. Literally anal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she, so they Pikachu does a little electric shocks, pretty much like rubs. Didn't really do this, but it was probably the extent of rubbing your feet on the carpet and touching someone. Chalk.
Yeah.
And it also knocks out Paris.
Or like the balloon in your hair.
So the best option is to send Charmeleon, who's disobedient.
No, you spread Squirtle who hocked the loogie?
Oh, I already talked about Squirtle.
Oh, okay, I missed it.
Yeah, he's the one that did a little scream. Yeah. Charmeleon just goes off.
Charmeleon.
I don't know. It was like a down thrust flamethrower. There was a thrust. It was a lot of horsepower behind that big fire shot. And so Paris runs away, and we get another episode of these, like another Ditto episode pretty much, where Team Rocket comes and actually teaches the Pokemon how to. They actually pretty much save the day. They have Paris defeat. Actually Meowth. Oh man, I'm all over the place. Meowth earlier falls in love with the Paris trainer because she saves him from being sick. So Meowth wants to help Paris, and he has Paris fight Weezing and Arbok, but he helps without Paris realizing, and so Paris defeats, within quotations, defeats Arbok and Weezing and thinks to take on the world. he starts pulling, the rocks. Get over here, Come over here.
Like, get over here!
Scorpion, get over here! And so Pikachu comes and he's like, I'm ready for Pikachu. And he doesn't fight Pikachu, does he?
Yeah, he does, remember? And he pokes Pikachu in the stomach and Pikachu falls over with the white flag. And he's...
Right, yeah. I don't know, he poked Pikachu in some kind of sensitive area, I think.
No, Pikachu lost on purpose.
Yeah. Oh, is that what happened? Oh, that's right, he has a little white flag. Yeah, okay. This is not going to be a very memorable episode. I'll remember some things, but not everything. And what happens is, and Charmeleon's about to face him. For some reason, Ash thinks Charmeleon's a great idea now. And Charmeleon's just shooting all kinds of fire attacks at Paris. And what does Paris do? She defeats Charmeleon. I don't even remember how, though.
Paris gets backed into a corner and then stabs Charmeleon in the stomach.
Oh, that's why I was confused. I thought she had stabbed Pikachu, but it was Charmeleon. Yeah. Okay.
It got Pikachu like in the tail.
That's right. Yeah. Charmeleon gets knocked out because he probably got hit in some sensitive area, like one of those pressure points. I think that makes you go diarrhea in your pants. So that's what happened. And then Paris evolves into and this is how he says his name.
Like it rolled like it's S's? Or is it like snake-like?
To be honest though, if spiders could talk, I could imagine it sounding something like that.
I imagine him sounding like demonic and
just like deep, gargly voices.
Just deep, like old Latin, just like speaking backwards.
Oh no. So now Parrot is no more. The mushroom is taking over his brain, and of course everyone is happy about that. Because now Parrot can save the world. We're not really sure how. And,
there's something in the shroom.
He's sold for lots of money, so I don't know why more Pokemon trainers aren't Paris catchers, or why Team Rocket doesn't, focus on their efforts on just catching Paris because they're so weak and easy to catch.
We knew those bug catchers were up to something.
We were always wondering why they were passing up the Psychers and Pincers because Paris does that. That's why money is. And so the episode ends with Meowth and Team Rocket wanting to join.
I imagine after this episode, like the 1949, like the 49ers gold rush in California and stuff in the United States. There's gonna be like a, United States. Do you know about the gold rush?
Oh,
in U.S. history.
Yeah.
There's probably gonna be like a parasect rush now.
There should be.
In Kanto, where everyone rushes to catch one.
Right. And maybe come up with some kind of pamphlet on how to evolve it too, so everyone knows. And so we ended the episode with Meowth wanting to join. Was it Cassandra? I don't know why I think it's that name. Might be totally off.
I don't remember. I'm really bad with names.
Yeah. I don't even honestly remember what she looks like. This is such an episode I don't really care about at all.
Which is so crazy because I rate it as one of the best Pokemon episodes that we have seen so far. And I feel that way because there's not really much I would change. I feel like the story was pretty cohesive. There was not even a B plot. It was all just one A plot. And every scene led to the next scene. There wasn't anything that you could really omit that wouldn't take away from the story,
Yeah. I mean, there's no risks or anything like that.
There's definitely no stakes.
There's no
aside from every Pokemon in the whole world depends on this.
There's no real villain either. Team Rocket is pretty much a good guy in this episode.
Would you say Charmeleon.
I know, a villain, but he's not really a villain. He's
He's
just
like a force of nature. He's as much a villain as a tornado or a hurricane.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. For sure. It's not a very exciting episode.
It was a funny one though.
It had its moments.
Mm-hmm.
It had its moments. Not one of the funnier ones, but yeah. I'm glad we're through with this Paris thing and we can keep going.
No.
Hopefully soon we can start having some real Pokemon battles. Hopefully soon we can have some some more tournaments, like the Punchy Pokemon episode or the what was the other one we were talking about?
That was it. The Punchy.
Another competition one. I don't remember now. But yeah.
I thought it was the Punchy Pokemon one.
Anyways,
can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
That covers everything.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. So how are you feeling, bro?
Can you hear me breathe? Watching over me?
I can hear you.
And suddenly I'm melting into you?
Mm-hmm. How's your day, bro?
Probably better than yours. Sorry. My hand still have a hand.
For now.
For now. Yeah. Just did school with the kids. And yeah, pretty much just did school with the kids most of the day. And thinking about my Pokemon Nuzlocke.
Oh, where you at with it?
I just beat the last gym.
So it's time for Victory Road?
On Sinnoh, yes. But I was looking at the trainers that are on Victory Road, and I don't think I'm ready for those guys. So I might have to grind a little bit.
Why not? Are they like higher level than you?
Yeah, their Pokemon are like 6-7 levels higher than mine.
Oh, jeez.
So 6-7 levels higher than like my top 3. The other like 3 are not even close, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll have to grind.
You did that thing again, Brian?
I always do that thing. Like, you're my favorite, you're my favorite, you're not my favorite, you're not my favorite, you're going in the PC and only coming out when I need you.
And you're a
going to be
slave.
used for this gym, and once you're done with this gym, I don't never want to see you again.
Yeah. And you are just a slave.
Bibarel, you know what to do. You know, I don't even want to call you by name. I don't want to tell you what to do. You just need to know what to do. You see a rock, smash it. You see a rock you can't smash, push it around.
You may be in the party, but you are not part of the team.
Correct.
I don't want you interacting with the other Pokemon.
You are not part of this family. Man, we're gonna get so much hate. I think there's a lot of Bibarel lovers.
You are the hired help.
You are the hired. Maybe someday. I'll teach you an actual move that's not a Machamp.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So, what's the team you're going to use for Victory Road?
I don't know.
You don't know. It's not the same we're going to use for the Elite Four?
I don't know. I'll have to look into it. But this is the first time I've kept my starter. No, my second. This is the second time I've kept my starter throughout the whole Nuzlocke. So that's good. I feel like Sinnoh-wise, I like Infernape and Torterra the best, but Empoleon is very, very good for Nuzlocke.
I feel like I like Empoleon more than Infernape.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Infernape's definitely my least favorite.
Oh, man. Wait till you see him in the anime, though. He's probably one of the strongest Pokemon Ash ever has.
Nah, that's Greninja.
I said one.
No.
Bro, in Infernape, like when Infernape fights, I've only seen highlights. I've only seen like parts of this. I haven't seen full episodes of Sinnoh.
Mm-hmm.
But Infernape fights look like Dragon Ball Z fights.
Really?
I'll just say that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's crazy because he's a fighting type, right?
Fighting fire, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you think he'd be a physical attacker?
He is.
Oh, he's not doing like Kamehamehas.
No, I don't mean by that. I mean like the action scenes when they're really fast and jumping and running all over the place and fast punches, those kind of things.
Mm.
Fire shooting out of his head like a volcano.
Oh my! Like the angry emotion from what's that Pixar movie with the emotions?
Yeah, like anger.
Anger.
Yeah, like anger. What episode do you have for us today, Ryan?
Today we have the song of the Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff.
I mean, this is going to be a great episode. Yay.
Jiggly. That's all I really remember. Is this our first like encounter with Jigglypuff putting the team to sleep in the series?
I feel like we've seen her, haven't we?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I feel like we've seen her, but maybe not. I don't know. Let me see. First appearance of Jigglypuff.
And the magic marker.
The magic marker, huh? Okay, let's see. Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff. The heck? Oh, in the anime. That's wrong. Yeah, no, I don't think we've seen her yet.
Nope. Awesome.
No.
Well, YouTube, we'll be right back. And I mean like right back. Because we are going to a place where you cannot join. You cannot enter. You cannot follow.
If you don't catch it now with us on Twitch.
Yeah. There's a link where you can watch it yourself. But it won't have us talking and interrupting the show. Mimicking it and making fun of it.
But you can talk and interrupt the show.
Yeah, you can do it all you want. You know,
do your own commentary, you know, and then we'll meet back up.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Oh, Real Man, you ready to do 3, 2, 1?
No.
All right. Welcome back, YouTube.
Yo,
You were missed.
Welcome back. What kind of episode did they miss?
A doozy.
You always say that. This one was a doozy. What does that mean?
This one,
It goes us to sleep.
interesting. I'm sure there was a lesson in there somewhere. I just have to figure it out. They didn't make it easy.
I think the lesson is we need to sleep sometimes.
Or you get cranky.
Yeah. I guess, you know, one of those self-explanatory lessons. Like, did you know that if you never sleep, you won't be doing very good? Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pokemon.
Jigglypuff taught me that.
Oh, man.
Well,
Let's Let's recraft this thing.
This episode starts off with our heroes wandering through a desert. Tired, thirsty, nighttime, when they stumble upon Neon City, which is Pokemon's universe of Las Vegas, even though Las Vegas exists in the Pokemon world. This is Kanto's Las Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, Las Vegas is in the desert. Do you think Neon City is probably very close to Vegas? Or maybe at least in the very least Nevada?
I don't know. I don't know if Kanto's in the United States.
That's right, Kanto is Japan.
Is it?
Yeah, well, it's based on Japan.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, makes sense, I guess. As soon as they get into town, people are bumping into each other and picking fights, and the police are always having to break everyone up, and everyone's just super cranky, we find out, because no one rests, no one sleeps, the town runs 24/7.
Super cranky and super spanky.
Yeah, super spanky.
I just say that.
Let me tell you, our like third fight of the night is Jessie getting spanked. I don't think she completely hated it. She was probably inconvenienced by it, though.
Yeah, inconvenienced. That was a big girl.
A big Bertha.
Big Bertha.
Our heroes get a good night's sleep in the hotel and go out and wander off into the forest, where they run into a Jigglypuff who cannot sing. Brock conveniently finds a tree that soothes the throat, and Jigglypuff can sing again. Team Rocket has the idea to record a Jigglypuff and use its song to put everyone to sleep in town and steal their stuff. After our heroes take a couple of failed attempts to listen to the song but keep falling asleep, they have the same idea, just not steal stuff. Just take it to the town and see if those people who never sleep can stay awake through the song. Team Rocket secretly gives them a stage, although I don't even know if they really had to go in disguise to give them a stage. I'm sure if Jesse and James just offered the stage, our heroes probably would have accepted, because their goals aligned so much in this episode.
Last episode too.
Jigglypuff sings, and just like it's supposed to, puts the entire city to sleep.
Sleep time.
Really dangerous if you ask me, because people were driving, cooking, probably getting ready to feed their baby, maybe swimming, all kinds of things that you shouldn't just go to sleep doing. But they were not worried about that.
I don't know why. When you said sleepy time, I was thinking of Kung Pao, and he's like, "Come on, Betty, it's time for your nap." Sleepy time.
My nipples look like milk duds.
Oh man.
In a state of rage, Jigglypuff takes the marker she stole from Ash and draws all over everyone's face. And our heroes leave the city. No consequences, no nothing. Just left after putting everyone to sleep. No one's inquiring about it, like, why did I fall asleep? No one's wondering what happened. Everyone's just in a great mood, including Team Rocket as they shalala out of the city.
I mean, that's impressive that Pokemon can make people nice. That's like almost taking their will, they're like changing their nature.
Right?
Impressive.
Alright, man. So, what'd you think of this episode?
A lot of things.
Yeah? You had a lot of thoughts? Many things went through my head.
I guess let's just get this out of the way. Jigglypuff is annoying. Jigglypuff is vengeful.
It's like... It's greedy, and it's all this slothful and gluttonous. It's just all of the 7 sins.
Pretty much. I mean, she's wanting to be coddled. But she's also like, I don't know. Is this gaslighting? You gotta teach me what it is. But she's pretty much like they're trying to help her. And then, because she fails, she gets mad and she expects them to make it better. Right?
Yeah.
She expects them to make her feel better all the time. I don't know what that's called. But she's literally the whole time is expecting Misty and Ash and all them to figure out how to solve her problems. And when they're trying to help her, thinking of really good ideas, if they don't work, she gets mad at them, and it's their fault. And
she's definitely entitled and spoiled and bratish.
Words.
Yeah.
I'm not a bad. This is an annoying Pokemon. It's too bad we're gonna have to watch it all the time. Because from now on, I think it's gonna be like Team Rocket is just gonna keep showing up. I guess some bullet points here. We got Jenny. I think everybody, I guess, was angry in Neon City. Angry to the point of violence all the time for just looking at someone. I think James looked at the guy wrong.
This is like Chicago.
Yeah, it's like Chicago. Except it's not cold, so it's not as bad. Bro, Chicago's unbearable. Unbearable. The wind, like, it's called the Windy City, but man, like, you get hit by the wind and you feel your bones like freezing. So bad.
Chills your bones.
So bad. We stayed at a hotel, put the heat all the way up, and like getting out of bed, our feet would be frozen. This is like the air coming through the cracks of the building. Anyways, so we get a funny little scene of Big Lady spanking Jessie. It wasn't really spanks though, those were like butt grabs. It looked like spanked grabs.
Just like gropes.
Definitely spanked gropes. That's something that I enjoyed.
Yeah, I might start enforcing that whenever like Katie misbehaves. You know what time it is.
You know what time it is. Appropriate time. I feel like a lot of characters in this episode were kind of stupid. Misty hits Jigglypuff with her Starmie's Double Edge. Now, in the game, Double Edge is such a powerful attack that it also has recoil. So you hit it's like a Pokemon hits so hard that it also hurts that Pokemon that's doing the hitting. And when Jigglypuff gets hit right on and starts to cry, Misty has no idea why. And then feels sad. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that would hurt. Like, what? She's like, oh, it's because she can't sing. That's why she didn't use an attack.
I wonder
it still would have hurt.
Yeah, I wonder if that's what they were confused about. Like maybe they were expecting the Jigglypuff to fight back, and it didn't, just cried. But so did the Parasect. I don't know.
If you really want the Jigglypuff and it starts crying, it's in its weak state. Just throw it over.
It's in its cutest state.
It's in its cutest state. It's the weakest. But this is my theory.
This is when it tastes the best.
This is my theory, and it might not be a theory. It might just be fact. My theory is Misty really didn't want to catch Jigglypuff if it couldn't attack, if it couldn't use Sing. That was the only move they knew that Jigglypuff could do. And I felt like Misty wasn't about to throw a Pokeball until she could, she knew that Jigglypuff was useful. Because she was in no hurry. She said, I always wanted a Jigglypuff. And then after she realized it couldn't sing, she was in no hurry to catch it.
Maybe she
did not want a defective Jigglypuff.
She just like secretly wanted like to hurt it. I just want to take this excuse to hurt this Jigglypuff.
To what?
Hurt the Jigglypuff.
Oh, hurt Jigglypuff. I thought you said hump.
You would.
For some reason.
We all know how you feel about Jigglypuffs.
No. It's out of my system. No, I think, I don't know if you've ever seen like a really attractive girl and then she is a jerk and then just turns you off.
Turns me on. I'm like,
Turns you on?
what?
No.
What else? What else you got? Tell me how stupid I am. Tell me how I'm not good enough for you.
No, thank you. So that's happened to me. But anyways.
Oh my. What? It wasn't Angie,
okay.
was it?
We'll carry on.
Ow. My wrist. That did not feel good.
Careful, bro. Careful. Jesse and James's entrance today was the best I've ever seen. The best I've ever seen. So good. Because James is the handsome one, and Jesse's the gorgeous one. And sometimes they get things wrong, but they just keep rolling on. Oh man, great stuff. Great stuff.
Next,
the wheezing.
If we ever do karaoke.
It's so good. It was so good. The wheezing Bulbasaur fight, your typical 2-move fight, where Bulbasaur does Vine Whip and Wheezing does. What is he doing? Toxic? Smoke screen? I don't know. Sludge?
Poison gas, I think.
Poison gas? Okay. Does poison gas, but the wrong way because Bulbasaur spun him around. Spun him around like a Pokemon Center in Pokemon Go.
Does it ever explain why Bulbasaur and Squirtle don't evolve?
There's an episode where Bulbasaur is evolving and he's resisting. He doesn't want to. And so he goes into that, I think, why he doesn't want to evolve. But I don't know about Squirtle.
Squirtle just never reaches level 16.
I guess so. He's just too much of a goof off, a goof. Class clown. Jesse and James were. I think Team Rocket was. They were used really well in this episode. They had a great entry. Like whoever made this episode put work into making Jesse and James really fun. They had a great entrance where they were singing a song, and it wasn't just a couple of lines. Like they had a few lyrics. It was pretty good. And then they become they become British.
Yeah.
And we joke around about James's old man costume in the Erica episode. How it was probably the best costume ever. These ones are up there for some of their best costumes.
I agreed.
Like I didn't realize it was Jessie at first glance.
Really?
Like right away I didn't, and then I saw it, and then I was like, oh, okay, it's her. But yeah, this was a very good episode for Team Rocket. I felt like they were funny. They had a lot going on for them, and like you said, their goals kind of coincided with our team's goals, our crew. So, although I guess the end goal for Ash and the gang worked, where everybody fell asleep and were refreshed and nice.
No, they failed. Their thought process was, since people never sleep there, those people will be able to stay awake through Jigglypuff's song.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
I wanted to sleep.
Mm-mm.
So they both failed, I guess.
Yeah, everyone failed. Everyone's a failure here.
I don't know why they were surprised. Like, oh my gosh! Every time Jigglypuff is saying, whoever's listening to it has fallen asleep. I don't understand why all these people fell asleep after listening to her song.
Right?
That's Ash for you, I guess. I just want to say, Misty, you dodged a bullet by not catching this Jigglypuff. You already have to deal with overbearing Psyduck. You dodged a bullet with this Jigglypuff, honestly. Good for you.
Yeah, you can't. Imagine having Psyduck end this.
No, thank you.
Just hold off for that Gyarados, alright, Misty?
Yeah.
As soon as you leave Ash, everything just comes together for you.
As soon as what?
She leaves Ash, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true, actually. I think it was interesting that the sleeping also made people turn nice. I imagine this is going to be just for this episode, because I know Jigglypuff follows everyone around for the next episodes, and I highly doubt that they're going to be nice every time they wake up now.
Right.
I really think this is just a one-off episode thing where it makes everyone nice. But it made for a really good outro with Team Rocket singing along, and they failed, but they're just happy, tra-la-la-la-la. And, yeah, this might be the first time. I don't know, I think I say first time a lot on this streaming, on our Poke showing, but this might be the first time that Team Rocket is, maybe first or second time that Team Rocket has been my favorite part of this episode, of the episode. Yeah. And it's not because Jigglypuff sucked so hard. They actually did. They actually had a really good showing in this episode. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed them. But yeah, I mean, great episode, and the extra is Jigglypuff, so I would say, like, for the extra, but everything else, the setting, the Team Rocket, maybe just that, actually. Yeah, maybe just the setting in Team Rocket. I mean, we did get a Bulbasaur Weezing fight, but yeah, it was a decent episode. And one more thing, like, just as Team Rocket never ceases to amaze me with all their talents, Rocket never ceases to amaze me with the things he knows. They're just in the middle of some wilderness that he's never been in, and he knows exactly which plant to use for sore throat. Just
like, those are the world famous
Pokemon, Poketech students.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if they're world famous. I really wonder what he did in his free time when he was watching all of those kids. Like, where did he get all his knowledge from?
This episode was definitely this one is a perfect example of, like, the opposite of the Paris one for me. Like, both of them only had, like, an A plot. Both of them only had one focus on the episode, and this one was help Jigglypuff, help its ego, where just like Parasect, help Parasect's ego so it can evolve,
Yeah.
I don't like this episode though. This is what not to do when you only have one plot, man. So we start off, like, everyone's cranky, and honestly, they could have shown that with just, like, one interaction, or, like, they could have done all the interactions, but honestly, it had nothing to do with anything. Neon City had nothing to do with anything, because the majority of the episode is spent in the forest. Everything important happens in the forest. When they were brought back to Neon City, everything they were supposed to do there, they failed. This episode could have been done in the forest.
We have so many in the forest.
I know. Or it just could have been done in the city, They could have found Jigglypuff, like, trying to sing, like, in a bar or something, you know, and it could have sucked.
Could have sucked.
Jigglypuff as a character is also just obnoxious. Like the fact that it keeps kicking Pikachu and no one sees it is like it's like, you know, like when someone's being abused but doesn't speak up. You know, like it's not funny. It's kind of like eerie. You know, like I didn't like it. I didn't like this. I didn't like what it represented. You know.
What was the purpose of that?
I think maybe to show Jigglypuff's not just cute, it's feisty. You know. But honestly, it's not a healthy feisty. That's a very vindictive, manipulative, evil feisty. You know.
Yeah.
Again, like you brought up, the whole like Misty double-edging it, you know, like, and it just crying, and you forget all about the Pokemon battle, you know. Again, like, what was the point of that? You know, she could have very well just thrown the Pokeball and it broke out, you know, and or they could have just very well walked up to him and been like, "What's wrong?" It could have just been crying, you know. There was no need to attack it. Because honestly, just so much of this episode just wasted screen time that amounts to nothing. Like, when you look at a scene, you should be asking yourself, like, how does this scene advance the storyline and the plot? What does this do for the characters? Like, what is the purpose that I'm trying to do here? Because honestly, like this Neon City getting one night's sleep, everyone's happy. But there's no long-term fix here. They're going to go right back to never sleeping. They're going to be cranky within a week again.
Yeah.
There was no point to them getting that rest.
Yeah.
They could have had a standalone Jigglypuff episode, but they really should have just focused on the Jigglypuff. And not trying to world build cities that we'll never see again. And don't have anything going for the city except for the fact that the people never sleep, and then we don't address it again. You know? Like you said, though, Team Rocket was awesome. I loved the accents. I loved the song. I loved everything about it. They were hilarious. Like, them listening to the recording, letting just them snoring. They're like, ah!
Mm-hmm.
It definitely wasn't their fault this time that this episode was a stinker.
No.
But I don't know if that's really all I got. Just it wasn't a very there wasn't much that happened this episode. A lot of it was repetitive, like teach it to sing to us, teach it to sing to Pokemon, teach it to sing to Team Rocket, teach it to sing to the city. You know, it was a lot of the same thing going on. So, if you got nothing to say to that, we can move on to the encounters. But I don't got too much to say about this episode, other than like it was the opposite of the Paris episode for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say, well, I would say it's that Paris episode is better than this, but but you would say it's a lot better than this.
I would. I mean, just be like, neither episode had stakes, you know. But you know, like the absence of stakes, I feel like is okay when you're developing character, you know.
Have you seen Peanut Butter Falcon?
No.
So that's my favorite movie ever.
Mm-hmm.
And like the whole movie, I feel like the whole movie there's very little stakes. Most of the time there's like no stakes. But the two characters are so well developed. The two characters become so vulnerable with each other that it's just like beautiful, you know? And I feel like vulnerability is a big part of that, right? And I don't know what that would look like with our heroes being vulnerable.
Oh, you know what? That can bring me into my next part, which I know you like. What I would change about it. I would start with having them pick a setting. Either pick the forest or pick the city. Obviously, the forest is the better choice. I mean, the city is the better choice since we could always use more world building in Pokemon, you know? And the forest is a scene that we've seen lots of times. They could have had, like I said, they could have... First of all, if they are going to bring the no sleeping as a point, then I feel like there should be a reason that they're no sleeping. Like, why is this town 24/7? Like, for Las Vegas, it's because, you know, it's a tourism. Like, that's one of the draws. The city never sleeps, you know, like Sin City. You know, like, you can come here and just get lost. You know, there's no clocks in the buildings, you know? For here, it's never explained why the city is 24/7. And I feel like they could have done some world development and talked a little bit as to why that is.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know if it, for some reason, the Full Metal Alchemist kind of comes to mind, but I feel like we have, through the Pokemon games, we have very iconic cities, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have like Lavender Town, we have Palette, we have, you know, I'm thinking of all the Johto ones right now, so I'm trying to like Goldenrod and Cianwood, whatever. There's so many like iconic cities in Pokemon, and it's a shame that most of the time on the anime we spend one day, one episode in each city. If we make the cities a little bit bigger and these kind of things happen in the city, then we can relate the cities to, you know, other episodes and be like more involved, more. I don't know. Cities could be more important, or I feel like it would be better world building. You know, like for example, if they go and what's the city where Koga fights?
Fuchsia, I think.
Fuchsia? Okay, let's say they go to Fuchsia and they beat Koga, right? Mm-hmm. And then after that they realize, oh no, there's a city, which is the one with the big ball in the game? Celadon, right?
Celadon, yeah, I think.
Yeah, so they go to Celadon, and then like, that could be the big city where everyone's all running around and never sleeping and everything like that. Right?
Kind of like tied into the game.
Yeah, tie it more into the game. Instead of bringing so many places, make the places that are iconic, the places that everybody knows, bigger, and have our heroes spend more time there.
Yeah, but yeah, true. I like that idea a lot. But getting back to the thing, I think they need a reason why the people aren't sleeping. Like there could have been Diglets, you know, like shaking a city and they can't sleep, you know, or yeah, like there's a reason why these people are staying awake, you know, and maybe this Jigglypuff can't sing, you know, and they find it like looking for a job, you know, like no one will hire it because they can't sing, you know, and by the end of the episode they teach it to sing. And maybe it's like its job to put the sea to sleep at night, you know? Like Jigglypuff finds a purpose, and there was a purpose to bringing up the fact that no one sleeps. You know, like you find a way to tie it all together. Or like maybe like there's like a really upset golem outside town that's been shaking the city and making everyone at night, you know, because Golem can't sleep, you know, no one else can sleep, and Jigglypuff puts it to sleep and is a hero, you know, and Golem's happy after that, you know.
Or a Golem that just snores really loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're the things that you bring in and bring up, you have to tie it in, you know.
Yeah.
And this episode is just all over the place.
Yeah. At its moments, but yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that. Our encounters, unfortunately, were just Jigglypuff, so I'll just take no Pokemon if that's. Sorry, I'm already running to you guys. Do you have anything else to say?
No, that's it.
Okay.
There's...
Yeah. If that's an option, I'll just take like if there's another Jigglypuff, I'll take that one. But this one, no, I'd rather just not be a Pokemon trainer than have this Jigglypuff.
You could like catch it and then release it, but you have to have ownership of it.
Man. But what if you release it and it just follows you around like it's gonna do?
There's really
I would like to flee from the battle, please.
Is there really no other Pokemon? Let's think.
There was no Pokemon in the city. I didn't see any.
Oh man, I don't think I saw any either.
Yeah.
Dang. Rough.
Yeah.
There wasn't a Pidgey that flew by, or...
Just grasping at straws here. You can see like a Weedle on the floor as you walk by.
That's rough. Yep, I guess we're just Jigglypuff.
You can see like a bush that kind of looks like the top of an oddish.
Yeah, you can see like a wheat plant suspiciously just...
Yeah. Catch and release or just flee from battle.
Gosh. Well, I'll do like safari rules and just like pelt it with rocks until it goes away.
Until it runs away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that. We can agree on that. Let's just do the safari rules on this too.
Yeah.
Who would win between a taco and a grilled cheese sandwich?
Grilled.
Safari rules. Oh man. Yeah. So what do you think about rating?
Maybe like a 2? No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 1.5.
Okay.
1.5. Jesse Gropes.
Yeah, I'll give it a 2, just because I think Team Rocket were really great. Their music was great, everything they did was great, and then got to see my boy Bulbasaur, and my coughing now turned wheezing. Yeah, this episode revolved around Jigglypuff, and that kind of hurt the episode, but there's a lot of good moments in this episode. From all the Team Rocket scenes, to Bulbasaur spinning, wheezing around, to, for some reason, Jigglypuff making everybody happy through its song. And everything that's revolved around Jigglypuff I didn't really like, but for me I think it deserves a 2 at least. 2 double slaps.
Sounds good. So it definitely wasn't good enough, huh? For you?
No. For you? And nothing is ever good enough for you either.
Ever. Except B-Drill. Guys, don't forget.
You get that right. For you, nothing is good enough. I want you to know that.
Except B-Drill.
Not even me.
Not even... Yeah. Maybe if you were B-Drill.
Maybe if I had a big old stinger that I stung you with.
Mm-hmm. Big Dick B.
Good old B. Good old. Yeah, so today's... Can you hear me okay? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Today's contestant on nothing...
You're kind of out of frame, though.
Oh,
There you go. Perfect.
Alright, today's contestant on Nothing's Ever Good Enough is
Psyduck.
the master of migraines, Psyduck. You like that, master of migraines?
Mm-hmm. Master Migrainer.
The migrainer himself. Yeah. Brittany Migrainer. Oh, I can't see him on here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright. Psyduck. Well, you can get one of those transition ones you like so much.
Oh yeah, I love the transition ones.
Psyduck is kind of a... He's kind of a joke Pokemon. Someone thought it would be funny to create a creature that is constantly having migraines and headaches. Just his whole life. But he has no idea what it's like to not have a migraine or a headache. And it's a cruel idea for a Pokemon, but it's supposed to be a joke Pokemon, just kind of a really derpy, dopey, silly, funny Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun. It's fun that they didn't just go with that idea as far as his like nature or the way or his Pokedex entry. They went as far as to make his design look very dopey and derpy, and his design make him look like he's having a headache. And I think as far as Pokemon go so far that we've gone through, this is the Pokemon that its design completely engulfs what his Pokedex entry is.
Just headache.
Just the Pokemon has a headache, dopey, kind of idiotic Pokemon, silly Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like, Misty's gotta give her Psyduck a break. If you had a headache all the time, you'd be making dumb decisions and coming out when you don't think you're supposed to be coming, when you're not supposed to be coming out and all that. But as a design-wise, it's the problem that I don't know. I think they should have changed the names around. Make Psyduck, named Psyduck Golduck because he's golden, and named Golduck Psyduck because he can learn psychic moves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the name kind of bothers me. Like, I wish they swapped the names around, which would make more sense to me. But design-wise, he does a really great job of just being a dopey Pokemon. A simple yet dopey Pokemon. And I love his color. Golden yellow is actually my favorite color ever. So I love the Psyduck color. I love his sign.
Sign. It's for you, Victor.
For you, Victor. Yeah. Yeah, he's a very good design. I don't know if that's like a good rating, but very good. I think it's a very good design. For a simple yet dopey, very good. Cybra. Cybra. And he's popular. He's one of the most popular Pokemon, I think, that exists.
Mm-hmm.
His beak is pretty massive, though. Sometimes I don't realize how big it is. I think that's one thing I would change about him. Maybe, is he getting drunk? Yeah, maybe that's one thing I would change about Psyduck. I know his beak just kind of adds to the ridiculousness of this Pokemon. But maybe just make it a little bit, it can still be big, maybe just a little smaller. Because that thing, like you can land a plane on his beak right there. Yeah.
Well,
Psyduck's
okay. I mean, for me, when I look at Psyduck, I don't see a duck. I see almost platypus.
Yeah, you're right.
I get platypus vibes more than duck. And I mean, the only thing duck related to me is not even really duck related. It's more like a baby chicken. How they're yellow and just like clumsy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure where they get the headache from. Is that just like a gimmick that they thought of? I don't know.
I'm sure it is. Yeah.
But it's
I don't
so.
think they've done studies on ducks or platypuses and found out that they have headaches.
It's so random to me, you know.
Yeah.
Um.
It's a joke, Pokemon.
Yeah. However, you know that Psyduck, and this one I think it's a pretty. I mean, this is a pretty good design. I mean, like I said, very platypusy.
Mm-hmm.
But.
Platter what?
Platypusy.
Oh.
I didn't know if you catch that.
It's just that.
It's. I think it's a pretty good first evolution, you know?
Yeah. I can see it being a starter Pokemon.
Yep.
You know, if it had 3 evolutions, I could see that Pokemon being like, oh, this is one of the water starters.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I agree.
And it would be better than some of the other water first evolutions for starters.
Agreed. Yeah. You got anything more to say about Psyduck?
No, just that he's kind of a joke Pokemon, and I think the joke works. You know, I think they did it well, and they've been doing it for years. You know, they're still using the Psyduck joke in everything, in the games and the cards and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, it's one of the. If you had to make a list of dopey Pokemon, he'd be right up there, top 10 probably. So you gotta love Psyduck. You don't have to use them, but you gotta love them.
Yeah, I wouldn't use.
However, even though he's a joke Pokemon, for me, I do want. So that's what I love most about Psyduck is who he evolves into.
Agreed.
Just Golduck.
Would you consider Golduck a usable Pokemon?
Oh, of course, yeah, I would. I mean, he's not the best water type ever, but he's usable. The first time, I think the first time I ever beat a Pokemon game, I used Golduck as my water / ice / psychic. I used it for water, psychic, and ice moves. And yeah, he's one of my all-time favorite. He's one of my all-time favorite Pokemon for sure.
Yeah.
I'd have him probably in my top 10. He's, you know, I was thinking about, you know, I'm just thinking about the kind of shows and kind of cartoons that I grew up on. And if I think back of like some of the cartoons I love most, like you got DuckTales, we got Darkwing Duck, we've got Quack Pack.
What the heck?
We've got the Mighty Ducks. We've got there's gotta be more. I can't think of all of them right now. There's so many shows with duck themed characters. And I think like it's been ingrained into my brain that duck characters are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I saw Golduck for the first time, I was like, dude, it's like Darkwing Duck, but Pokemon. so yeah, I have to love it, man. I gotta love Golduck. And yeah, one of my top 10 for sure. I would say like it'd be hard for me to pick a favorite water type for Kanto, but it'd have to be between him and Cloyster.
Have you seen My Hero Academia?
Just the movie. I haven't seen the show yet.
Do you see that one guy who has the one bird who has like the shadow bird?
No.
Oh, it's a pretty like famous character in there, but it looks a lot like Golduck.
Oh, okay.
I love Golduck though, the design. But like in all honesty, there are very few Pokemon on the list that when I see them, I automatically think of you. And it's Marowak is one, Golduck is one, Hypno is one, Paris and Probopass.
No, not Paris and Probopass. You had those in the chamber.
Yeah.
Why Golduck? That's interesting.
Because when we first started talking about Pokemon, you would always talk about how much you love Golduck.
Yeah, I had my trio because I played Soul Silver and I've played like thousands of hours in Soul Silver. That's my favorite game. And I had like my trio. I had my Marowak, my Golduck, and my Typhlosion. Those were my guys. Those were my 3 favorite guys. I did the thing, I did the thing where I just like I had a powerful Golduck, powerful Marowak, powerful Typhlosion, and then everyone else just kind of got scraps.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. You got like that raptor claw in the back. That's funny. I mean, I think that's great. You just think of me with Golduck. Not so much Probopass, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Are there any Pokemon that remind you of me like that?
So, of course, Gengar and Alakazam.
Also Probopass?
Also. Yeah, probably, actually. I think Jinx.
What the heck? Jinx?
Yeah. I feel like you've hated on Jinx so much through our friendship that it's kind of inevitable to think of Jinx with you. I think Beedrill, just because
Big Dick
this
B?
ongoing joke. Beedrill.
Oh yeah, I think of you with Beedrill too.
Yeah. And honestly, now that I think about it, like, I think of you every time I see a Weeping Bell.
Because of the fusion?
Not just the fusion, which is hilarious. Do you guys want to check our video of the Electabuzz Scyther episode? Our thumbnail has a little fusion of Weeping Bell and Palkia.
That was
hilarious. But I don't know, I just remember you using a Weeping Bell once, and I was just being so surprised, and you were, I don't remember, I think it was the first time we played MMO, and for some reason, every time I thought of your team, I was like, what does he have? Of course he has a Weeping Bell. I don't remember what else he had.
Really? I don't remember having a Weeping Bell.
Yeah, I think it might have been, maybe it was our first Nuzlocke or something, I don't remember.
Oh yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I love Golduck. And his first Pokemon card, that one, look it up, the Golduck first Pokemon card. That one,
Wait, he has a Mega? Is that Golduck Mega?
No, he doesn't have Mega. Like his first Pokemon card, because I got introduced to Pokemon through the Pokemon card trading card game. And his first Pokemon card, like, for me, it was just epic. Like, one of the most epic Pokemon cards ever. And I was like, dang, this guy goes hard.
There's a Golduck that I absolutely love to play with. Whenever I play TCG.
There it is, the one where he's shooting the laser from his beam, from his forehead thing.
Oh,
that's not the first one. I guess that's Dark Golduck. That's what I was thinking about, is Dark Golduck. So cool. I want that on my team.
Oh wow, that's really good.
What is?
This Dark Golduck.
Well, I mean, for when the game was old, like it was.
This is the Golduck I remember.
Yeah, that's the original one. That's the original one. But back in the day though, when these Pokemon cards are coming out,
and this is the one that I love to play with. Oh
yeah,
man,
that's
this
the one
is so
from the
good.
Blastoise deck, right?
So good.
Yeah, but when Pokemon cards first came out, the attacks were always a lot weaker, and everything took more energy, and it wasn't as easy to play as it is now.
I mean, like 50 is okay, but discard 1 energy from him, 3 cards. Insane.
Yeah, but look at his health.
60. Yikes.
Yeah.
What about? You know, it says Golduck, but I'm pretty sure this is... No, this is Golduck, you're right.
Yeah. I love the blue color he has. I don't know what kind of shade of blue it is, but it looks great. I think his beak looks great too. It's still like pretty large, but not as insane as Psyduck's. It really doesn't make sense for Psyduck to evolve to something like this. It's kind of like the Magikarp to Gyarados type of evolution, where it's like, really? Like, this, like, pathetic thing turns into this? Yeah. But I guess that's why people catch Psyducks. That's why people catch Magikarps.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, I love his color. I love his beak. I like the, spikes on his head and how they're not, like, all perfectly lined up. Or maybe they are sometimes. I don't know. He looks like a Super Saiyan Blue or something.
Right.
Yeah. He's got the little, forehead ruby like Persian, and I love Persian. I honestly, and the tail looks great. I know ducks don't have that kind of tail. I don't know. To me, it's like it looks more like a dinosaur with duck features. Maybe that's why it looks so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because it looks like a dinosaur but with webbed hands and a beak. Yeah, man, I honestly can't think of a single thing I would change about Golduck.
This original card requires 3 energy and only does 20 damage.
Yeah, that's how the game...
That is, like, unusable.
That's how the game used to be, man. It's hard to do a lot of damage. I honestly can't think of a single thing I would change about Golduck. Can you?
No. And, I just want to point out, too, like, the red, like, thing in the center of his forehead makes so much more sense on this Pokemon than Persian. He's psychic type, kind of like a third eye.
I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm. But no, I really enjoy... Oh, Misty's Golduck? Oh, spoiler!
They had... I think they had one... I think maybe it was like after Team Rocket. I think it was after the Team Rocket cards. They started making like gym leader cards. They had like Blaine's, Magmar, Misty's Golduck, Giovanni's
Misty's
Mewtwo.
Golduck knows an electric move.
Oh. Nice. I guess I just want to say that Golduck is kind of it's good enough. I'm sorry, Beedrill. I'm sorry. Please, Beedrill. I just can't. I just have to be honest. Golduck is good enough.
Yeah, I like it too. I'd give Golduck a perfect score.
Me too.
I give this duo. There's nothing I would change from either of them.
Yeah. 5 out of 5?
Mm-hmm.
Same. Ditto. 5 out of 5.
Oh, nice.
There. Oh, that is cool.
Right?
Oh, it's so cool.
Oh, God.
Maybe we should do that for the jewelry we wanted to get. Like,
oh man,
get like a gold or silver like circle like that or frame, and then put a picture of a Pokemon card.
I'm so down.
I don't know what these are made out of. Hopefully they're not like super rusty. That's the hard part, is trying to find like, you gotta find like good stuff like white gold or silver, something that's not gonna be rusty.
I will save that for later.
Yeah, good idea. Well, I think, if I do remember correctly, I believe I have had another perfect Pokemon. But between you and me, I think we've got Golduck and Beedrill as our perfect Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what the other Pokemon I thought was perfect. I believe it might have been like Nidorino. No. Maybe Poliwhirl. Oh wait, we haven't done Polys yet, right? Never mind. Yeah, I think it was Nidorino that I thought was a perfect Pokemon. But yeah. So how do we end this?
Oh, I thought you were still talking about it.
Huh?
Yeah, I give it 5 Psyduck headaches. It's pretty. I mean, like, it's pretty good, pretty creative.
Pretty good.
Yeah. How do you feel, man? You feel like you're up to playing the game flow well?
No.
Nope.
No.
Fair enough.
I am hurting. I need to lay down.
Alrighty, guys. It was fun. Give girls no eyes. Hang your bananas off your chin. Thanks for joining.
Guys, and hope you enjoy. You YouTubers, thanks for the views. And it really actually makes us very happy every time we see we have a view.
Yeah, anytime we get a view or a comment or anything, we get super excited.
Yeah, we get very excited. And if you want to like comment on one of our videos, we will comment back. We will chat.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Alrighty, guys. Peace out.